All right, friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing you some honest astrology. We've got some good stuff going on leading up to this Virgo new moon. I want to talk about strike while the iron's hot before we get there. So let me show you the chart. We've got the moon here connecting with Jupiter right now and Venus. All right, so the moon is our emotions here in Cancer. Jupiter is all about expansion. Venus is everything we love, want, and desire. Cancer is our fourth house. This is home, family, all the warm, ooey gooey, good feel stuff. All right, now the moon, the past couple of days, it goes from Gemini into Cancer. In Gemini, it's about information. And with Uranus here, of course, it can be emotional information and turbulence with Uranus. And coming into Cancer, we can go into emotional hiding. However, there's some other things happening astrologically that are informing us, little crabs in the sea to not be so afraid and poke our heads out right now. And we've got Mercury and the Sun both in Leo. Mercury creating this sextile over here to Mars. The sextile is a harmonious connection between fire, Leo, and Mars in Libra, air. So air and fire, they're going to help each other ignite. Mercury is our minds, how we think, how we communicate. And in Leo, this is going to be the energy of the sun, which the sun is home in Leo. So sun home in Leo, moon home in Cancer, being amplified by Jupiter, and really in a couple of hours here into tomorrow connecting with our moon, or with Venus. Really amplifying that, of what we love. Oops, I'm putting it on automation. All these things that we love. Like, what do we really love? What are we really trying to bring home into our hearts? What makes us find peace in our hearts and safe, happy? Okay. And with these connections, again, it's like saying kind of fearlessly, go after that of which you love, want, and desire. We have to follow our intuition here, which is the North Node in Pisces is like, we don't necessarily know what's coming. We don't know what it's going to look like or what the future holds, what's around the bend. But we have to trust. We have to trust the universe. We have these absolute huge breakthroughs happening in relationships. Mars in Libra, Uranus in Gemini, huge connections, powerful connections, not repeating the past, allowing things to transform and change within the community at large, this beautiful isosceles triangle that's happening right now. Okay, and then the sun's going to create this, Mercury's going to create this, Venus is going to create this. All of our personal planets are going to have this opportunity to wash themselves through this Uranus-Pluto portal happening in Libra, which again is all about our relationships with the other, not necessarily romantic. It certainly can be. And this has been a really interesting month here with Mars in Libra as the sun's been transiting Leo. This can be like, are we, okay, Mars, Libra, are we taking action? Are we moving forward together? Are we doing this thing? Are we steering this ship together in the same space? Where the sun in Leo has a bit of energy of like, I need to shine brightly, right? And it certainly does. Nothing is stopping the sun from shining its absolute brightest. There's no dimming down the light. It's like, hey, my crops are burning down here. Will you chill? No, it's going to shine at absolute brightness. So it's like our hearts are trying to shine at its absolute brightness. It's the joy trying to shine out of what, again, we're aligning ourselves with. So if we have the other people that are taking out the oxygen of the fire, right, it's not going to work. So naturally, this past month, we've had relationships that have fallen apart, and that's okay. And as things fall apart, things also fall together, and that's extremely important for us to keep in the forefront of our minds, as it's redirection. And that redirection always works out in the best and favorable for us. And having that trust in the universe, trusting ourselves, trusting the natural flow of things in a fearless way is extremely important right now. And I want to share a story that I find that kind of aligns with this, and maybe you can connect with it. I was young, 24 years old, trying to find a job, and had dinner at my folks' house. And I had this strong intuition, literally felt like something is tugging at me to go to Guitar Center. The Guitar Center has a back wall, little flyers that say like singer looking for band or something like that. And this strong intuition to go see what this was. And I didn't have any money. There was no logical reason for me to follow through with this intuition. No money. There's why? Just intuition, just a thought, just spirit, and calling. Okay, so I did. I went there and I found a little flyer that said we make sound effects and things like this for video games and movies and Cartoon Network. And I was like, oh my God, this is me. This is my job. This is the thing I want to do. This is yes. Okay, and instead of taking one of the little finger things to rip off, I just ripped the whole flyer off the wall. The next day, I gave them a call and they said, hi, I'm Aaron. I'm the guy that you're looking for. And they laughed. And they said, okay, we'll bring in, some material and we'll have an interview. And I got hired on the spot. I became the manager of the company. I was an ambassador for the company, representing it at NAB in Las Vegas and traveled all around. Okay, the company, that job was 100% in alignment for me, right? And I was the guy for the job. There wasn't a better situation. There wasn't a better person. It was the perfect fit. Okay. And I followed that intuition to get that. So it's like our intuition sparks. This is North Node in Pisces. This is the moon, emotions, and expansion of Jupiter, and Venus aligning with what we love and what makes us feel right, and making these connections is fearlessly. Mercury connecting with the other, Mercury in Leo connecting with the other, Mars in Libra, saying, hi, fearlessly, I'm the person you're looking for. Okay, so following those intuitions and then following through the sun in Leo, maintaining that I was the person, right? I showed up every day and I did my job to the best that I could. I brought my best. I brought the A game every single day. And it was a wonderful working relationship. Eventually the company didn't last. Okay? And that's okay. And this is the most important part of the story. If we follow in through this far, right? Give it a like, give it a comment or something. But this is the important part right here. The company didn't last. I didn't get a pension plan, a 401k, right? I didn't get to marry this company and go on and have a lifelong career of it. But it was paramount for me starting my career. That job at the studio led to me doing movies and TV shows and all the other stuff and the crazy adventurous life that I lived, which I'm extremely grateful for. So it's just like that was such a pivotal and crucial position for me in that connection with those other people. And why I'm saying this is because even if something doesn't last, we still have to give it our all, and not coming into this new space with energy of the last of like, okay, well, you're not paying me enough, I'm going to withhold services. It's not happening right now. We have the South Node in Virgo. So it's like saying, don't do that. Don't be as stingy as you were. Don't be like, try to make real authentic connections and build from these things. And that's not necessarily a tit for tat kind of, I think you get that. So it's like, even if something, it might last years of a relationship. So even though that company didn't last, I've got best friends that I met at that company that I'm still friends with to this day. I just saw two of them last night. Right? What a joy. What a privilege. Okay, so the one thing might not work out, but there's going to be so many flowers, so many things are going to blossom in that garden from that thing. And for us to immerse ourselves in giving it our all into whatever relationship it is, I think that's really the takeaway, and that's the key right now with the sun in Leo. And this energy, it's like it wants to permeate, it wants to persist, even when we start to get into this Virgo new moon, which is coming in a couple of days. It's like there's energy right now with the sun home, the moon home. Connecting with ourselves, connecting with others, connecting with that of which we truly love and want to expand upon, and taking the initiative. Like, it's not going to just be like, okay, universe, give me this thing. There's going to be action involved. And spirit is like the first time, they might tickle you with a feather. If you're not paying attention, you get a little tap on the shoulder, then you get hit in the face with a brick. So sometimes we don't know, it doesn't always come the way we want to, right? And so that can be these separations or whatnot. But I mean, it can last a lifetime, it can last 4 days. But giving it your all, connecting with the other people, appreciation, allowing ourselves to connect and communicate that appreciation, and to be fearless in the way that we're going about it right now. Having that, yes, this is for me, and I know that this is for me. And that's a great feeling to align ourselves with and follow. And even if we're uncertain right now about the direction, because Mars in Libra can be like, well, which way? I could see two options. I could see it working out this way, or I could see it working this, and I'm not really entirely sure. I'm not certain. Okay. This is where that listening to our intuition comes in. This is where the North Node in Pisces, this is where the Moon, Jupiter, Venus are all connecting together right now and saying, okay, listen to our internal guidance system. Meditate on it. But then when you meditate and you get the answer, you got to act. And this is the strike why the iron's hot energy. So it's like act upon it and say, okay, received, let's go. Right? And you have no idea what good can come from it. We have no idea how many wonderful things can just blossom and bloom. So wherever you're at, if things are falling apart, remember they're falling together. If you're starting new relationships, new beginnings, new work, things that are coming up right now with people, as this Virgo new moon is going to be huge for us, creating these opportunities for us connecting with other people and offers of service, like how do we give back to the community, and these great connections are coming up. So when we're starting these and aligning with these things and these new people, it's like, I heard this recently and I think this is really cool, that they said at one point that love was like the strongest frequency, and now they're saying it's authenticity. And I just love that. It's like when you're just authentically you and you're just being you, and you align with your own inner weirdness or your own goofiness, your own beauty, your own stillness, your own quirkiness, your own whatever. And we kind of shut the world up for a second and who the world's telling us to be and just allow ourselves to be. And this is the beauty of that Mercury and Sun in Leo right now. It's just like we're all just being, we're all just figuring it out. And being that authenticity and connecting with others and their authenticity. And then, all together now. All right. So much good energy, my friends. I love you. I wish you enough. We'll see you next time.